Hello, everybody. I'm the okayest bassist, and this is by Ibanez Mikro 5-string. Opened it a while back, had it for a few weeks, played around with it a lot. This is my new noodling bass for playing around when I'm just sitting in my chair by the TV or whatever. Time for the review. I have a few thoughts on this. Beyond my typical scoring system. I really like that there is an ultra short scale 5-string. There weren't very many short scale 5-strings that I could find, especially none in a good price range just for, hey, if my kids knock into me while I'm playing, I'm not going to worry about the damage. So, namely, cheap. These are available new, they're available used. This one I actually got as a demo, refurb, open box, whatever you want to call it. So I got it a little cheaper than normal. Shout out to my buddy Tim at Sweetwater, who was able to get me hooked up with it. Couple of things just on aesthetics. I am known for not liking untreated backs of a neck that don't match with the aesthetic. I feel that way here. It's a very basic black body. However, Ibanez, the headstock is black. It has the silver, chrome, whatever you want to call it, hardware. I do find that I like that. I think it would have been cool if the pickup covers hadn't been black, but maybe white, just to add a little more contrast. However, on the price point of this bass, I am not going to knock it on my personal aesthetics for the fact that the back is untreated, because it's exactly that. It's a cheap bass. Additional points, I have the D'Addario ETB 92-S short scale for the E through G. The B string was a standalone B string that I had to modify. I ended up having to use some ultra thin CA glue to hold the nylon wrapping to the outer core. And then I touched it with just a little bit more CA glue on the outer wire wrapping to keep it better attached to the inner wire wrapping so nothing came loose and unwound. I've been told D'Addario don't make different lengths of the B string because they can't seem to make one they said that sounds good. Sounds perfectly fine to me. Keep an eye out. I should have the multi-audio recording with this one included before too long. If it's not already out, I don't know. I do videos in some cases months in advance, so if it's already out, cool. If it's not, should be here sometime in the next year. I don't know. So to the scale scoring system out of 5. Playability on this, I give a 5. This is excellent for playability. It's a short scale. It's only, I think it's 28.6 inch short scale. If I'm wrong, I'll censor myself on it and say how stupid I am. So it's shorter than 30. It is super comfy to play. I mean, it sits right in the lap. You can play it up like a classical, and it's not reaching super far. If you play it on the leg, everything's an arm's reach, so you don't have to worry about if you're in a chair having tight fitting. So playability on it, 5 out of 5. Parts, 3 out of 5. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing awful. Fits right in the middle of the road. The parts, it has the okayest parts, so well endorsed. It's your standard type of bridge. Has the bridge through stringing. It's an Ibanez bridge, so it has a little bit different saddles than what you see on like a Fender style, but it's still 2 screws to adjust the height. It does not have string width, which I wouldn't expect on an inexpensive instrument. But it's a nice bridge. I would love to replace it with something like a Hipshot Kickass. Or I know that Shaler, however you pronounce it, as well as Goto make replacement bridges. I've just not seen anything that looks like a direct bolt-in, drop-in replacement that I like. So it'll probably just stay with what it has. No real need in dropping $200-300 into upgrades on something that I mostly just play acoustically. Same thing. These pickups, they're good. They sound fine when they're plugged in. They aren't super noisy. They aren't super quiet. They're okay. So 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Practicality, 4. Again, I don't gig, I don't busk, so I don't know like how anyone would rate on that. But for me, if you want something to plug in that sounds like a bass, this sounds like a bass when you plug it in. If you don't have it plugged in, you can still hear it. It's an electric instrument, so obviously its acoustics aren't awesome, but you can hear what you're playing in a non-loud or noisy room. Having 3 children, I don't know what those are anymore, but you get what you get. But it is small, it's compact, it's easily portable, and it's a bass. It's great for practicing, which is my purpose for it. It's not the most perfect bass. Obviously, if it didn't have a headstock, it'd be a little shorter, so that would be cool. But obviously, that would raise the price significantly. So it is what it is. 4 out of 5. Purchasability, 5. You can get these every day. You can go online right now, Musician's Friend, Sweetwater, Z-Sounds, wherever you buy, and you can find one. I don't know if it'll be like in a store like a Guitar Center. Maybe, maybe not. I suspect these are more sold as like a 5-string practice bass for kids more than adults, but it's a great couch, chair, bass, whatever you have there. So 5 out of 5 on purchasability because you can get one. I think this is the only finish being the black, so I'm not sure about that. But that brings our total score to, wow. It was a 5, a 5, a 3, and a 4, so 17 out of 20. That's not bad. I've had much more expensive basses score much lower. So that's pretty great. Again, Ibanez Mikro, that's with a K, because, we're cool and edgy like that. Ibanez Mikro 5. As always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful day.